Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and I'm about to unbox another stack of KMISE pedals. I already did 5 KMISE pedals in a previous video, and they were a big hit. Probably one of my most successful videos of the AFFORDABOARD series. Of this set, I thought that the Phaser was the real winner. I think the US Dream was fun. The chorus is fine. The crunch distortion was all right. I didn't like the tremolo, but that Phaser was the winner, and it's been living on the AFFORDABOARD ever since. I only took it off so that I could, do some more playing with it in this video. So anyways, I've already unboxed one of them, the Analog Delay, which I featured in an Analog Delay AFFORDABOARD video. And now I've got the KM02 Distortion. I had to order all these off of eBay, by the way. They didn't have the complete set of KMISE pedals on Amazon, and so I had to go onto the eBay. This is a black distortion with a high and low switch. I mean, it could be a rat, it could be an OCD. I'm not totally sure. The classic chorus. Interesting that there's 2 choruses in this pedal line. All of these were under 20 bucks, by the way, on eBay. They were like $17 to $19, stuff like that. This one's got a graphic on it. The only other one that have a graphic is the tremolo. It's got that bowl on there. This one has a punching fist. I'm expecting a lot out of a chorus that has a punching fist on it. Usually when I think about, aggressive pedals, I'm not thinking chorus. I'm just not. Sorry, chorus lovers. Next up, a brown pedal, digital delay. We'll see how that shoots out against the analog delay. And then finally, the last of all the KMISE pedals. As far as I'm aware, maybe more of these will pop up in the future. A nice lime green vintage Overdrive. Hopefully a Tube Screamer. I want to do a Tube Screamer AFFORDABOARD video. So now I can get rid of all these boxes. Goodbye boxes. Let's wire these up and see how they sound, and then after that I'll bring in all the rest of the KMISE pedals and we'll do the full lineup, and then I'll decide if any of them are going on the AFFORDABOARD. All right, we're all wired up and ready to go. In AFFORDABOARD tradition, I'll be using an affordable guitar. This is a Harley Benton HB35 Plus, I think is a model number. I'll have the link down below. These are like 200 bucks, something like that, plus $30 shipping to get them to the US from Germany. It's a great semi-hollow electric guitar for the money. It's just a fun player, and it's got coil cuts on it, push-pulls. Here's the dry signal. All right, let's check out this vintage Overdrive first. All the knobs are set off, of course, because why wouldn't they be? That doesn't sound too bad. neck pickup. That's interesting. It's not quite, the immediate classic tube screamer sound. I mean, I have played tube screamers that kind of sound like this, but it doesn't have that tight, fizzy, clean, blended sort of character that a tube screamer can tend to have. I'd almost guess this is more of like a blues driver. Which isn't a bad thing at all. I think it's a decent sounding circuit. Let's check out the ultimate drive now. Oh, everything's off on it, obviously. So obviously, ultimate drive, this is gonna be an OCD clone because that's what the Joyo version is of the ultimate drive, is an OCD clone. That sounds fat. Let's check out the low setting. I think I like the low setting better. It's a little bit clearer. Right off the bat, I'm impressed. I think this one's fine. A little bit muddy for my tastes. I haven't had an OCD, like a real OCD, in a long time. I've got an Azor version of an OCD, I think. But off my memory, I think this one's sounding a lot better. Or maybe just, closer to my own personal preferences. I like it at the lower gain sound. And then it just gets huge. try both these drives with the single coil setting on the Harley bit in here. Here's the humbucker. Here's the single coil. Humbucker. Let's go lighter gain on that to start off. Humbucker. Single coil. Back to humbucker. Let's do a higher gain sound on humbucker. Back to single. Back to humbucker. I'm spending a bunch of time on these drives. Let's move on to the rest of them. I think that's a winner for me. I think that's a great overdrive distortion pedal. All right, classic chorus. I like it. It doesn't get into wacky sounds at all. It's not doing like a full crazy vibrato. Let's try it with some overdrive. That was a weird way to play that. I like it with the rate up. I'm gonna have to shoot it out against the analog chorus towards the end of this video. All right, delays now. We've got both delays. This is the one I haven't tried yet. Does it oscillate? Sounds like it. No tap tempo, as far as I can detect. It doesn't have a soft momentary switch on it, so I wasn't expecting it to. Feels like a 500 millisecond sort of delay. Plenty for most people. The signal does degrade a little bit, like the highs kind of roll off a little bit as it goes. Not in a dramatic way, kind of in like a Boss delay, what are those, DD2 sort of way. Where it's just not a perfect repeat, but it's close to it. Yeah, it slightly modulates as the repeats go, but very slightly. I like it. I like a nice digital delay. That's fun. For under 20 bucks on eBay, not bad. There's some winners in this one. I wasn't as impressed with the first grouping, but that sounds great. That sounds great. Not really my thing, but it sounds good for what it is. All right, let's check out the analog delay. Remember what that sounds like. Still, that signal holds up pretty good across the repeats, but it's definitely more of an analog style, because it drops off in clarity and fidelity a lot quicker than the digital delay. It holds up a long time for an analog delay, though. It's not, like one of those more murky, kind of like Memory Man style delays. If I had to pick right now, my favorite out of this grouping, I'd go with that. A second favorite, probably that, with a close second with the digital delay. I think that's a fine chorus. Let's see how some of these compare to the others. I don't think I'm gonna put them all in one grouping all together, which is a bummer because I don't have enough power jacks for them right now. But let's take some stuff out and do some potent pairings here. Let's see what this some mid-gain crunch from that Ultimate Drive. Classic chorus. I'll set everything to double noon or double midnight. My immediate impression is that I much prefer the classic chorus. This one does more of the wobbly, like vibrato sort of sound. This one just sounds a lot fuller and warmer. I think this one is closer to like a dimension chorus sort of sound on certain settings, and this is more of like your chorus ensemble sort of thing. I could be way off on that assessment. I'm not a huge chorus lover, but that's the one that I would pick. All right, let's shoot out all the drive pedals together. Hey, kudos to the Harley Benton here. Hasn't needed to be tuned once in half an hour of me messing around here. All sorts of irresponsible bends. It's doing it today. The Harley Benton is winning. All right. Let's start with the vintage Overdrive. The Ultimate Drive. I could just keep playing it. I like that one. I think this one chugs. I think it's like a Rat variant, but it definitely takes you into that metal territory. what? When I first shot this out, I didn't like it very much, but then I used it live a couple times, and I keep playing around with it around the house. I've come around on the US Dream, on the US Dream. I think it's a fun pedal. I think it sounds great. It has like a fun dynamic feel to it. Kind of like a 3D feel to the drive. People were saying that it's a clone of the Shure Riot pedal. I'm not sure. I've never owned one of those. Some people said that it's not the same as the Joyo US Dream. I don't know. I've never owned one of those. But I think it sounds just fine. All right. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Are we having fun yet or what? Jeez, that was a blast. A lot of these stacked. Really fun. Oh, man. Buy a couple of them, guys. All right, now I should pick my absolute favorites of the line and make a little... I'm not going to say how many will be on the board. I'll just do triage here of the ones that I think are worth buying and the ones I don't think are worth buying. I'm going to say that all the drives are fine. You could buy any of those with my recommendation. It really just comes down to the flavor of drive that you want. I think it's an attractive little case on these guys. The price is freaking right. 20 bucks. Amazon, eBay, wherever you can find them, they seem to be about 20 bucks. Vintage phase, that's a good buy. So far, that's been my favorite phaser out of the AFFORDABOARD stuff. And it's simple, single knob. It doesn't have that hard clip that a lot of phasers have. It's a nice, smooth, like dialed-in phase sound. Analog chorus, no thanks. I'm not a chorus guy, and that is not my favorite. I think the digital delays are both, I think the delays are both buys. I think those are good. I think the tremolo is not a buy. This is looking great for KMISE, guys. Only 2 of them I don't really like. I think the tremolo is just not my style of tremolo. And this analog chorus is just not my style of analog chorus, or chorus in general. But the rest of these, I have no issue with them. I think they're all buys. And they look great. The price is dead on for the AFFORDABOARD. I could see myself on the AFFORDABOARD using the Ultimate Drive, using the US Dream, using the Vintage Phase. I'm kind of locked in with my delays, but I think those are fine. So these are contenders for me for the AFFORDABOARD right now. I am going to be putting together genre-specific AFFORDABOARDs in the future. I ordered 2 more pedal boards, like small pedal boards, 6 spacers. They'll be able to fit 6 pedals on them. And I'm going to make a high gain, kind of like metal doom board, and I'm going to make an ambient, delay, washy, modulated board. And then the main AFFORDABOARD is going to be like my personal favorites that cover, whatever genres I happen to be in at the time. So let's put the phaser back on here. And let's show what the AFFORDABOARD sounds like right now. I swapped that K line. I think it's called the Chief or something like that. They need to put the name of the pedal on the front of the K line pedals. They really do. So I put this on here because I thought it sounded pretty good. It kind of pulled a high gain option out of this board, even though I have the Kuvabe fuzz. I think this thing sounds great. Apparently it's a clone of the King of Tone. I'm looking forward to when I'm not on quarantine anymore. I can play with a band and try this thing live. But for the sake of this video, man, I think that Ultimate Drive is going on here. And then I think I'm going to put the D250X back on this board because it had gotten kicked off for a hot minute by the K line. Oh, I forgot a power. All right, now we'll do the whole AFFORDABOARD. Kuvabe. I lost the script there for a minute. Man, the AFFORDABOARD is getting fun. There is some great stuff on here. Awesome fuzz. Nothing has dethroned the Kuvave fuzz yet. Nothing's dethroned the KMISE vintage phase. Loving this ultimate drive. I can't deny I'm a 250 lover, and this Most guy just does it. It's got the 250 and it's got the MXR Distortion Plus on here with that switch, and it hits that sound pretty good. It's not the best 250 in the world, but it's pretty good. It gets me where I want to live. The AFFORDABOARD by Moogig. I just like the way it sounds. I just like that delay, and it's dirt cheap. The Snakebite by K-Line, awesome knob to price ratio on that thing. I think they're still close to like 40 bucks, but you get a lot of control here, and you can really dial in a fun, spacious reverb sound with that. And then the Modulator by Moogig, some of it sucks, but it happens to have a tremolo that I really like on here, where I didn't like the tremolo from the KMISE or from a few of the other offerings that I found so far for the AFFORDABOARD. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me your nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. By the way, I bought all these KMISE pedals with Patreon money. And as of a few days ago, we are out of Patreon money. I used up the whole budget to buy a new camera, and I've been buying a bunch of these pedals, so we are in the red now. If you want to help out this series at all, if you want to help out the channel at all, it's a great way to do it. Another great way to help out is to use the affiliate links that I use. I'm going to be using Amazon and eBay affiliate links for all these KMISE pedals and everything else on the AFFORDABOARD. So if you're going to buy anything, help me out. Use the affiliate links before you buy anything. Even if you're going to buy something else, click the link first and then browse over to what you're going to buy, because it does help put money in my pocket instead of me continually taking money out of my pockets to do this series. All right, and also, you know, set those bell settings to the maximum settings. Get notifications every time I fart. You know, every time I make a little breath of wind, I want you to get a notification in your YouTube email box or wherever, so that you can watch the video. It helps me a lot. All right, enough enough like just asking you to help me. Thanks for watching. Stay grounded. Sayonara.